Good evening and tonight, viewers. It's Three Roads Gaming, here with more Let's Play Final Fantasy V. Last time, we beat up Necrophobe. And today, on what I presume will be the finale of this Let's Play, I'm going to take on the big dog himself. So I just moved around some stuff. My two healers have Ribbon. Also, I gave Ferris Mix, because I'm going to be using Mix. And I looked up what I wanted. Run. I don't have Scram anymore. I don't care. There we are. Gonna leave Lina there. Well, I'll use a high potion. Want everyone at full for this. And I believe this will take us to the final screen of the game. Yeah, you can tell because it's all kind of symmetrical. The power to turn into a tree. Now that he's a tree, he can really just control the void. Oh man, that's Bale. Bal? Ball? That ain't good. Okay, so I guess that Hiryu that sacrificed itself to save Lina was King Tycoon's Hiryu. Alright, so there's the pirates. Oh no, Sid and Mid. I like how they're really going down the list. Eventually they're going to be like, you talk to this guy one time. Can't have a void inside a void. Ooh, pretty. Maybe that's what you see when you get crushed by a black hole. Hey, it's Dorgan! Kelger! Zezot! Galuf! King Tycoon for some reason. What the hell does... Oh, okay, so I guess I would have had one last chance to set everything up. That's fine, let's beat up this tree. Alright, so we're gonna start with a potion and a dragon fang on Bartz. That's dragon power. It gives you 20 more levels. Dragon fang and potion. White Wind. Now, we're going to do an Elixir and a Dragon Fang. And that's a Goliath Tonic. Please don't hit him. That's not very nice. We want him... I don't want the tree guy dead yet. Okay, one last Elixir and one last Dragon Fang. Gonna use 2 dragon powers per party member. I think White Hole sets a lot of statuses upon you. So, you know, since they have all that rich, ribbony goodness. Alright, let's try Bahamut on him. Ah! No, I don't want to use blue magic. Bahamut. Forget how much HP he has in tree form. Okay. Phase 1 is done. I think in the PlayStation version and the SNES version, the original one, you can actually defeat him in this version using a mix, and it'll just send you right to the credits. But that's not how we do things, except when we do things that way. Alright, come on. I don't have all day. Anyway, we got Neo X Death here. If you played Chained Echoes, there was actually a really big shout out to this boss there. I think like what, the one that Kylian turned into or something? Anyway, yeah. It's a lot like the Kefka forms in FF6. I think one of them might not be immune to level 5 death. Okay. Good lord, they're just... that extra 40 levels is really paying dividends. Okay, Almagest is his super badass ability. Please. Okay. White Wind. Play it safe, you also use a white wind. Okay, so now I've defeated the upper guy. Dude with the horns. Okay, Grand Cross is, I think, his big status ability. You know what? Let's use Bahamut. I forgot we're not immune to paralysis. Okay, Zinanage. That blind doesn't affect that. Are you using eye drops on him? There we are. Get rid of Tentacly up there. Oh, she can block Almagast. I don't know what the laws of universe being in chaos have to do with anything. Doesn't seem to pertain to any abilities. Maybe it means it's charging up Grand Cross. Let's use White Wind just to be safe. Okay, I think all that's left is the one in back. Oh, alright, I just rapid-fired the same target all 4 times. Not really that impressive if you think about it. Okay, we're down to the last one. Oh, I think once they start using meteors, the point at which they've stopped playing around. There we are. Thankfully, all that cool stuff that happens. Okay, that... don't do that, don't do that. Alright, blue magic. Mind Blast, maybe? Okay. Revive, and you use White Wind. Please don't... Please. Okay. Ugh. Elixir. And presumably at some point they'll run out of MP. Okay. Alright, I'm sitting pretty. Now I can attack. Oh, that almost got away from me. Alright, let's turn up the speed. I don't want to spend all day watching him disintegrate. Anyway, if any of your characters die during this battle, and you defeat him with the character still down, the ending is slightly different. But only slightly. It's not like appreciably different. Again, I think Wind was kind of like, oh, it's the, like, spirit of, like, the desire to journey, that kind of thing. Anyway, you see why I used Mix. It's kind of a requirement, unless you just absolutely are at like level 99 or something. Well, yeah, the void is like the 5th element. That's what it's called, like quintessence or something. I guess we're giving up our powers. Losing our jobs. So now Bartz is going to lose the ability to hold a sword with 2 hands. Oh cool, the crystals are coming back. And yes, each one of those 4 dungeons corresponds to a specific element. That's why the Great Sea Trench had all that magma in there. Because I guess they couldn't think of a fire dungeon. The other ones were pretty damn obvious. Oh good, Lix is back. Tycoon as well. Still don't know where King Tycoon factors into all this. I mean, to be fair, at least a couple of the Dawn Warriors have a relationship with us. It'd make more sense for King Tycoon to have been one of them. Guess that's where Hiryu's come from. So, the only thing I really didn't do was go to Phoenix Tower, which was southwest of where I got Bahamut. Hiryu, that is King Tycoon's Hiryu, becomes Phoenix. Ah, wonderful. But yes, Hiryu becomes Phoenix. It's a giant-ass tower, which I hate. And basically, before you get Phoenix, you have to remember you get a flashback from Lina. The song is playing. It's called Dear Friends. But yes, you get a flashback from Lina during the Phoenix Tower, where her mother is dying, and someone's like, oh, the only thing that can cure this illness is the tongue of a wind drake. So, in her flashbacks, you have to internally debate, should I cut out Hiryu's tongue? Maybe even with the knowledge that would kill him. And regardless of what you quote-unquote decide in the flashback, it shakes out the same. Either King Tycoon is like, no, don't do it, how dare you? Or she's like, I can't do this. And that's presumably where her nigh unto suicidal devotion for animals comes from. Anyway, Ferris has decided she's had enough of this shit. She's gonna return to being a pirate. Wouldn't you be the heir? You're Galif's granddaughter. You're his only living relative. I mean, that makes sense that you would be queen. That's how these things work. Wonder if he ever talked to that one girl that clearly wanted his bod. Wouldn't having an ex-princess who's a pirate be extremely dangerous too? Like, it would probably be common knowledge that she was at one point a princess. And that would make her a very attractive target for ransom. Though she can throw down, so not as that handsome a target. I think Mid actually shows up in the anime. Or maybe his descendant or something. So where did Guido go? I like how all of Lena's little flashbacks are going to be her wounding herself for the sake of animals. Or at least one of them will be. Ah yes, happy memories for Ferris. Her beloved pet dying and the time she was forcibly outed as a woman. Great memories all. Oh yes, and there's Kryle remembering the death of her grandfather. I guess this one isn't too bad a memory. When she just straight up tackles Bartz. But yes, I believe some of the characters would be missing if some of them were dead. If it were Kryle, it might be someone else writing the letter. Anyway, we're going to really zoom in on the Guardian tree here. Talking trees, what is this, Breath of Fire 2? Also Breath of Fire 3. Well, I guess the tree, we have the tree talks to Pico. You got the theme of Final Fantasy playing. Oh, everyone showed up. Also, if anyone had died, I think they would be revived here. Oh, we get some flowers. Couldn't revive Galuf, could you? That'd be too happy of an ending. Also, is Lena cool with Ferris leaving? I guess... Yes, you... Yes, you heard Galuf in your mind. Now on the street. On the street in your mind. Alright, so now the world has been joined and everything is not where it should be as far as everyone's concerned. We're golden. Though I guess if someone said their great grandmother said there was treasure in the falls, they would. It wasn't that long ago when the world split. Seems like people would be aware of that. Maybe it's just like some crazy old guy that nobody believed. Alright, and here's the credits. I don't know, like, FF4 was the first one I ever played, and FF6 is still my favorite. This one, I like it. It's just not really my favorite. It's definitely up there, but definitely fun to play, I'll give it that. I will say it's definitely the most challenging of the SNES era Final Fantasies. Finals Fantasy, if you will. Because there's never really a point at which you're quote-unquote safe. I kind of respect. I like that art. That's some good-looking art. I guess they're going to guard the world or whatever. I really like the design of the Wind Drake in that style. Looks pretty rad. But yeah, it says for my next Let's Play, I have no earthly idea. Still gonna do Breath of Fire 3 at some point, but as of the time of this recording, I would say H.C. Bailey, who I don't want to be running it right alongside him. He's so much better than I am. He's about halfway through. He's at, he just got to the part where you have to start repairing the boat, so... Yeah, I'd argue he's probably about halfway through at this point. Also, don't buy a boat. So, probably gonna do something between this and Breath of Fire 3. I'm workshopping a few things. Obviously, whenever this goes up, at the end of the episode, it'll tell you what's next. I don't know, man, like, there's not really any post-game stuff. If you worked on this game, I'm very proud of you. Well done. Thank you for an excellent job. Anyway, this has been Let's Play Final Fantasy V. If you want to know what's next, well, just wait a few seconds. You'll see it. Anyway, this has been Three Roads Gaming. Sure, I'm glad the road brought you here. Hey, remember, if you're ever feeling down or lonely or anything, I want you to remember some inspirational words that someone at some point in your life might have told you. Anyway, have a good one.